Well, here we go. DJI Mini 3 October lake flight. And when we get out of these clouds, we should be on our landing mat getting ready to take off. Hopefully, we're not in the water. And boom, there we are. Close to the water, but not there. So hello everybody. Here we go. We're up with the Mini 3, Thelma Lou. Early October, small lake flight here. We're going to take her out and stretch her legs a little bit. Get some wind up Thelma Lou's skirt, so to speak. She's flying south today, early October. Temperature is in the 70s and the wind is pretty windy. It's about 10 miles an hour on the ground, maybe a little bit more. Up at altitude, it's close to 20. And we're getting to altitude rather quick here. We're going to go down the lake here. We're shooting at 4K, 30 frames a second in normal mode. And we're going to go on down the lake here, and we are not using any filters today. And I have plenty of filters, but I don't use them a whole lot. Every once in a while I'll slap one on there, but just don't see a whole lot of need for myself for the way I film things. So anyway, you'll notice about Thelma Lou today that she's a little twitchy on the camera and the yaw and pitch. After the last update, I went in and redid the Mini 2. If you see my last flight, you'll see how twitchy they are. And I forgot to do the update to the controller on the Mini 3. And sometimes, and I don't know why this is, sometimes it will go ahead and it will, sorry about that. Just had a phone call come in from my brother. He was telling me he's getting ready to go elk hunting pretty soon up in Colorado. So we had a nice conversation. Anyway, here we are at the lake again. You saw that speedboat go by. Remember him. I think you might see him again. Anyway, we'll get out a little ways. The Mini 3 seems to have a little bit of a range problem. When she gets to a certain point, it doesn't matter if I'm over water or land or whatever. She ain't going no further than that. But we'll take her out for a short flight today. Thelma Lou does good in the wind. Like I said, you can see there's not white caps, but you can see that the water is getting moved, and that's probably 10-mile-an-hour wind on the surface there at least, maybe a little more. And at altitude, UAV is guessing it's 20 plus where I'm at. So anyway, we were going to go down that arm, and then I decided, let's go over here and take a look at this arm. I haven't flowing down this arm before. I love that reflection in the water. Ooh, it's pretty. So, like I said, I'm filming at 4K 30 frames a second. I would film at 4K 60, but the files are so large. Even when shooting in 4K 30, I don't know, this one is, I'd say, this one is about 12 meg, the size of this video, or 12 gig, excuse me. I'm sorry. And to upload it to YouTube and the compression and everything, it's an all-day job on my computer and my system. So anyway, we're going to go up this arm a little ways. You can see there's a lot of lake usage around these arms. Little boat ramps, a lot of places to swim, a lot of deer, a lot of wildlife in the woods next to the lake. I saw some huge deer when I was up at the college quite a bit up there, which sits on the side of the lake, doing classes up there. And go out in the morning for it when I got there before everybody got there, and boy, the deer would be just huge out in the fields on the side of the college's parking lot. So anyway, you can see some of the tree stumps and trees that are sticking out of the water, so you can tell that this hasn't been underwater that long, that many years. It's still got a lot of stuff in the water. It reminds me of another lake we've got in our state called Truman Lake, which is basically all flooded timber and farmland like this, and it's all got this stuff in it. Now this is great. You got to be very, very careful with a boat on this stuff. You know, wear your life jackets and stuff like that. But boy, there's some catfish in this lake. Good eating stuff. So we're going to go up here a little ways further, and we'll probably turn around and see how she does finding her way back home. I was flying into the wind, which I didn't have a problem with. Today I was using the extended batteries, and I always try to take off and go into the wind, and that way, you know, if I see something and I stay out a little bit too long, if I've played the wind right, I can usually get back. So I think only one time where I've had a forced landing, and it came back and just forced landed at my feet, but I learned my lesson there and try to come back at least 60%, maybe 50s, high 50s, build a little bit of slack in there, and with the wind blowing me back, I usually land with at least 20% battery, or maybe a little bit more depending on how hard the wind is and how far I go. Like I said, this drone does not push the battery at all because it goes in RTH long before you'll use up 50% of that extended battery. And I don't care if you're over water or open field or whatever. And mine does not get the range that some of the other YouTubers get, like Philly Drone and lots of others that get out, you know, 15, 20,000. There's no way. I can't do half of that. And that's in FCC mode, so it's just the way it is. I just think I got one of the units that does not do so well. My Mini 2 now, Peggy Sue, she flies as far, if not further, than the Mini 3 does. So I think a lot of us got to do with antenna placement in the drone. The Mini 2 antenna placement in the drone is much better than the Mini 3. I think that, along with the way they designed the RC controller, is the cause of a lot of that. Anyway, we're taking the long way back. And we're going to stop here, and she's at her max distance. There she goes in the RTH. So she's going to start back here, and as soon as I get good signal on her, I'll go ahead and take over the controls, which will be any second now. You'll know it because I start flying cockeyed as usual. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to see in this area at this lake. They've got see how that stopped there, that glitch? Isn't that weird? Now, see, what I did was there, I took it, I returned to home, and I took control of it, and believe it or not, there she goes. See, that's the kind of thing that happens a lot with the Mini 3. When you come out of return to home, you get that, I don't know, pause, you get the loss of control signal, loss of everything. Your screen just freezes up. You know, I was full stick forward, but it's not, you know, on the screen it's showing that there's no distance closing or anything. So I think there's a lag in the time that after you get out of RTH and you put it back into your normal mode or whatever mode you're in, there's a delay there, and I think the drone just does not know what to do. So be nice if DJI could fix that. Look at that tent, the size of that place down there. There's one tree with a little bit of color in it. Like I said, not many trees with color this year just because we don't have the moisture. Okay, there's the stables, Longview Farm Stables, and the very famous horse stable here. in our area. It used to be very, very much in use, very popular. Not so much anymore. Okay, well, I can see myself standing up there at the top of the screen now. So we're coming back post haste, but may take a little bit of a detour here. We'll see. As you can tell from what I said before, the controls, when I did the last update, went back to and reset themselves to some goofy number. So it's not as smooth and cinematic as what it usually is. So I'm going to have to go back in there and redo the controls and put them back, the settings the way I want in all three modes. I don't fly in sport mode a lot, but I fly a lot in cine and a lot in normal. And this is normal mode here. But I'm flying in normal more than cine just because of the winds that I've been flying in. Cine doesn't cut it. Sorry about that. I've been getting more spam calls. I'm going to just fix this right now and turn down the volume. There we go. In fact, we just put it where it won't bother me at all anymore. Anyway, we're back flying again. Oh, now did you see that? See that glitch there? I tried to put it in 2-power magnification on the camera, and you saw the glitch there, and I think it may glitch again. I don't know, maybe not. I'm telling you, I have more problems. But we're back over the water. The water seems to be my friend, so I am right there at the top of the screen. See me waving? I got the wind at my back now, so I'm looking at the amount of battery I got left. I said, well, I've got, I had about 50% left somewhere in there. Maybe a little less, but I thought I saw a boater, and I'm going to start looking around for him a little bit, I think. Let me see. Yeah, is he on this side of the lake? Yeah, I don't see him. He ducked in one of these coves, so I don't see him on that side of the lake right now either. Of course, my eyes aren't very good these days. But with that said, I thought, well, let's go up here by this marina and take a look. So we're headed towards this marina right now. Like I said, we have probably, around 50% battery left, maybe not quite that. Ah, there he is. There's the boat. You can't get away from me. I see you down there now. He's been going around in front of me quite a bit and shutting off his motor and speeding back up, but I got him now. Say, there he is again. He's hitting it. He knows I've been filming out there. I said, that's all right. We'll see. Let me see where I'm at. I know where I'm at. There you are. And I'm not in sport mode. I'm just in normal mode, just kind of going to get a little closer. Now he's really cutting it sharp. So I can turn sharper than you, I guarantee you, buddy. So anyway, I was playing with him a little bit. There he is, stopped again. Just said, aha, I can stop as fast as you too. Maybe a little faster. So anyway, here he goes again. He's powering up again. I played with him a little bit. Had some fun, got some good shots. And got to thinking, you know what, my battery's probably getting pretty low now. So as I'm following him here, I glance down in a second and see that I've got less than 40% or right around 40% left, and I probably need to get back to where I belong. So we're going to leave him alone there. And there I am in all my splendor. I'm going to head back and bring her on in. I was right, I took right off next to the water, so I have to be careful because the wind is blowing pretty good. And do not want to set her down in the water. Don't think old Thelma Lou would like to get her legs wet. She likes to dip her toes in the water, get that close, but she's not much for sticking her whole body in the water. There he is. I see, come on down. You can see I've got a little bit of space between me and the water, but not much. And the wind is blowing pretty good, so we're going to take our time. Come on in. It took me a long time to move all those rocks out of there so I have that landing spot. See all them rocks I had to move? Wore myself out. So anyway, we're going to bring her down here. We'll get her turned around and we'll get her nose into the wind. She don't like one blowing up her dress very much, so we'll get her turned around and back her in the way she should be brought in. There we go. Now she's getting her nose in the wind, which she likes. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit of a long one, but thought I'd share it with you. I've got a couple more I did today also, but we'll see about getting those up sometime soon. Stay safe out there. Fly safe if you fly. Ride safe if you ride on a motorcycle like I do. Drive safe driving your car. Biggest thing is try to be kind to each other. Treat others the way you want to be treated. The golden rule is still golden, and probably the best course of action for all of us. Stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Boom.